welcome to Scott Valley Hairdressing. We're actually ahead of time tonight, so good evening and welcome if you're joining us this evening. If you're from around the world internationally, big good evening and welcome, especially to Mark, Clive, Scott Reynolds, Brad Allen, all of the Muck team that are over in Australia, big good evening, hello. Everybody's national tonight around this country, of course the Saxon family, all of our models that have been on before, all of the clients that come here, friends of the salon as well, good evening, and the team as well from Scott Valley Hairdressing. Anybody else that I've not mentioned, or Sarah, nice to see you tonight, and Ben, good to see you, friend, hope you're okay watching tonight, and also big mate, not forgetting of course big mate Lynn-Marie Atkinson, and Grace and Cara also. Good evening, nice to have you with us also. Let's just put him on quicker, here's my little friend, say hello to him just there. Paula Muck, nice to see you Paula, hope you're okay. Tracy Barnes, nice to see you. Tonight also I have Mark's okay who's with you as well. So what's this all about? Originally it was designed to be a informative education DVD. I wanted to do something that was a little bit different. I could promote the Muck brand. By the way, tonight we are exclusively sponsored by Muck Hair Care Products, of which I'm the UK Artistic Director. Bit of a mouthful there to say. I was going to say it's always a pleasure to be working with such a great brand and great products, which you'll see tonight how this works. So how does this work? Tonight the hair will start on a journey, like a canvas on the wall. Literally we'll start at the beginning and go all the way through to the end of the journey, which is where the haircut starts. You'll see hand position, body movement, you'll see how the scissors work in harmony with the cut, how the products work too. You'll see it all come together as one finale at the very end, which I'll introduce you in a minute to model number 45, which will give me great pleasure to introduce model number 45. We were originally going to start with 3 people. Obviously it's gone a lot further than that now. We've gone to 1.5 years. We've still got plenty more to go yet, so we'll do one more next week, which will be Katie Locke, if you're watching tonight. Hello Katie. We'll then go to literally have a break for Christmas, because everybody needs a break and a rest, because it's, as we all know, in hairdressing it's one of the busiest times of the year. We'll then come back in January with more exciting and different haircuts for you. But without further ado, it gives me great pleasure to introduce, let's go down to the bottom section and introduce model number 45. As I say, being a business owner, it's great to be able to share these things with you tonight, and also being a hairdresser. People generally tend to forget what kind of job a hairdresser does. Creating magic, I always say, it is like magic, and you'll see magic tonight. So that's what it's all about, and I salute any hairdresser that watches. Come on and say hello tonight, because it's always good. My dad and I always love it when you say hello. So let's go and meet model number 45 tonight. It's always fun and games, so let's go and sort of about. It gives me a great pleasure tonight to introduce model number 45, Jay, tonight.
Good evening, sports fans.
Say hello to Josh, you'll love it.
Hello, Mr. Jones.
Make sure you say hello to your girlfriend as well.
Oh yeah, and Hannah Knight.
You have to make sure you say hello to her, otherwise you won't be very good at all. So, great to have Jay tonight. Great to have Jay with us tonight. Again, we're going to take you through the journey of Jay's haircut this evening. A few bits that are slightly different to what we normally do in a conventional haircut. We'll be going through a discipline of clippers, how they work, and we'll also be going through scissor over comb. We'll also be going through a lot of layering. Jay's hair is slightly different the way I cut it, and that's how I wanted to show it tonight, so we could showcase how that works in harmony with the products and how it all works. So let's talk about how we're going to be working with his hair tonight. So we're going to be taking, basically we're going to be going short through the back and sides here. This will be blending up to, there'll be about a parting somewhere here, which you'll see all this will slip back on the top. This will go through really tight on a skin fade. We'll then be coming through onto the beard and trimming that out as well. We'll be working with the bones tonight in the skull. We'll be working with the recession. We'll then be working with the parietal ridge, one of Ross Cunningham's favourite bones. That's the bone that deciphers the top half of the skull to the bottom half of the skull. We'll then be working with the apex, which is the high point of the haircut, which if you put your comb on the top, you generally get the high point. We'll then be working with upper occipital bone, the protruding bone in the back of the skull, which is the shortest point of a graduated bob, the occipital bone, the lower occipital bone. We'll then be working with the bone behind the ear, which is called the mastoid process, and we'll also be working with the nape. These are the map that we'll be following tonight. Products we'll be working with tonight in a moment will be Fat Muck Blowout Mousse, which we'll come back to that more in a minute, which Nick McCaffrey no doubt will be watching from Berlin. Also we'll be working with Fat Muck Volumizing Spray. We'll then be coming into the blow dry with Anne Colley's favourite product, Filthy Muck, for the blow dry. and then we'll be finishing off tonight with Slick Muck, giving us that real nice, clean cut pomade feel. We'll also be using Mr. Muck beard oil tonight on the beard as well, which will be finishing off. So that pretty much concludes the wardrobe of what we're using tonight. Sean McCaffrey, if you're watching tonight, also good evening. Nick McCaffrey, if you're watching also, and not of course forgetting Dan Metcalf. I'm looking forward to doing your hair very, very soon. So every haircut starts at the beginning with a journey. You have to think about how you're going to cut and what you're going to do with it. To start with our journey tonight, I'm going to be using Fat Muck Blowout Mousse, which will be using a golf ball size of it. See how it's a nice luxurious product. Nice big word in there for you. Most hairdressers would put their hands together and then just apply it, which generally, thank you my good friend, looks okay, but when you use a comb it's a bit more theatre, it's a bit more applying into the hair. But you didn't know, did you? No? No product waste. You have to think about it as a businessman as well, it's important. This is a great product. If you let it basically go down into a glass and disperse, it will turn into the opposite of shampoo, which is conditioner. By the way, we prepared Jay's hair tonight with Fat Muck Volumizing shampoo and conditioner. Got these over here. So we've used those already. It's like 2 guns for the price of one. Just there. So we've already prepared his hair. Right, so we're now going to be working with the recession, going through, putting in a rough guide of where we need to be going with this. So I generally like to go just slightly below. You see the Fat Muck Blowout Mousse actually produces a nice clear line because you're on a clean section. If you cut off a real untidy line, it just produces a really untidy look, and I always think that you've got to start at the beginning to make everything look really clean and aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Big words tonight as well, big words. Bit different to when
over my head.
Bit different when I cut your hair on a Saturday morning. Who have we got on there, Dad, tonight? Who's dropped on?
Well, there's been quite a few ones got.
Let's have a look then. Who we got?
But they're all saying bring on camera. What's that mean?
Bring on camera.
Bring them on camera.
Bring them on camera. I don't know. You tell me.
Everyone says bring them on camera. So.
Bring them on camera.
They want to be a part of the
Let's have a
game.
look. Bring them on camera. I have no idea what that means. Bring them on camera. I don't know. Let me ask the question. What does everybody keep saying? Bring them on camera. Give my dad the answer. Let's have a look. Jay's on camera. You can see him on camera. Probably that's what they're asking for. Bring you on camera.
Doesn't so good looking.
That's it. Right, so we need to now go around this side. So we'll start this way. That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. Right, so to begin with, we're going to be taking off the weight line that's round here. This is dictated by the thumb. When we get to the other side, we'll be going that way round as well. So just keeps everything nice and clean. We're looking for the second knuckle. Do you know what that means? Bring them on camera. I have no idea. That must be a new thing what people are into. Probably they're just asking for you to come on. That's what they wanted to see because you're the model tonight. That's what they were keen for. Keeping the sections clean. Just see taking off to a second knuckle. It's your second knuckles. You need your discipline so you don't cut a chunk out.
It's a request to join in, I think. Mark Thompson says.
A request to join in? Do you know anything about that?
No, that's it. No, nothing.
I have no idea. It's something new to me, that's all I can say. Chloe can explain it to me tomorrow. I see Chloe's on there.
Yeah.
Chloe Neville, our own apprentice, you can explain that to me. I have no idea what that means.
Well,
all I know is it's my own show.
So I don't know what it is.
That's right, yeah. Maybe you can show me tomorrow, Chloe. So we already start the graduation now, so because the hair's so straight you can get a straight line on it. This is it. Now this side's dictated to with the thumb leading this way. Some people tend to cut without the thumb leading, which is okay. But when you cut with the thumb, it's a travelling guideline which just keeps everything really clean and tidy. And that's what you need to be looking for when you're doing this, which is what it's all about. And again, we're looking for cleanliness on this cut all the way through. I always think of it as this is doing house bricks on a house, to do the blue bricks. Then when you blow dry and do the finish at the end, it's the orange bricks, which is the finale. So you can't put orange bricks on top of blue bricks until the blue bricks are right and you've got a good foundation. And that's what we're doing now. Anybody else?
Yeah, it's Tommy Rayner.
Tammy Rayner. Nice to see you tonight with us, Tammy Rayner. Hope you're okay. Did she say bring them on camera as well?
It all says that after.
Everybody's putting bring them on camera.
So I don't know what.
I have no idea. I have no idea what bring them on camera is. That's something completely new to me. Remember, I'm 45 years old. I don't understand what that means. Somebody wants to explain how you bring it on.
And I'm a bit younger than you.
Oh, you are a bit younger than me, that's right, yeah, exactly. So maybe we can bring them on camera for the next one, which will be next week.
Kate Baldwin, hey Scotty.
Kate Baldwin, good to see you. How are you? Hope you're okay. Always good to see everybody on.
Watching.
Who's that, Dan?
Ellie Patel.
Ali Patel, nice to see you. It's our anniversary actually today. Happy anniversary that we're friends on Facebook. It's either today or yesterday. Good to see you on there with us.
Joanne Stewart.
Ah, Joanne Stewart. Woo! Nice to see you, Joanne. Hope you're okay. Maybe you know how to bring them on camera. Something completely new. Okay, spin around the other side now. So we've got to make sure we keep all this weight. What we do now is remove all the weight off this. You can see tiny bit there on there. Mick Gregson, if you're watching tonight also, I'm looking forward to having that piece of Millionaires shortbread tomorrow. I've been dreaming about it last night. It looks very nice. This is one of my clients who makes his own cakes. It looks amazing. It really does.
Paul Hollywood man, is he?
He is a Paul Hollywood man. I thought you were going to say Paul Hollywood had come on from that. I was going to say,
Hoopba.
sure he's busy baking something.
Ian Thompson, you're watching. Bring them on camera.
Ian Thompson. Nice to see you, Ian Thompson. Everybody's gone bring them on. This must be the latest thing what America are doing. Without a doubt, they all start everything off, don't they? I'm surprised you don't know what it's all about.
I ain't got a clue.
No, this is it. This is it. I have no idea. We need to look at it. Somebody needs to show me. I'll ask Slider.
Slider will know.
Slider will know everything. Richard Garguy, he knows it all. Okay, keeping the sections clean. Second knuckle, you can see how clean it is when I cut it. So it literally just holds that straight line in. Right, let's go around to the other side.
Gary Mealing.
Gary Mealing. Good to see you, Gary. Thanks very much for your support with the disco and your positive comments the other week with the light switch on. It's always nice to see you comment. Hopefully you've not written Bruno on camera as well, because I have no idea what that is.
It says it under his name.
This was that.
Says it after his name.
Oh, everybody's just putting it on. It's a random thing then, obviously.
I'm going to fall on my lace in a minute.
Oh yeah, well, you're going to trip over. Oh, is your lace come undone?
Yeah.
Be careful. Oh, that's a schoolboy error if that happens.
Lace on camera.
Lace on camera, that's right, that's a new line, that is. Keep it nice and clean.
Let's keep your eye on that.
That's it, yeah. A trip over, that'll be interesting for everybody at home to watch. It will. You go, ooh, ooh, hey,
Joe
up.
Winfield O'Hare is watching.
Hi, Joe. Nice to see you with us tonight. Excellent. From America then, that's good. All our international friends, good evening. It's always good to see you with us. Okay, on the top then now we're going to be doing the apex through to the occipital bone. So just bring you around this way, just have to think which way we're going around. So now you can see we'll just go through the top. Again, the arm elevates what we're after. So the degree of movement on the arm is what elevates the height. Now we're going to go around and move around sections to be able to clean this up. So you think about orange peel sections. We're looking to see, well, orange segments I should say, or segments of a cake. You have to think about how much you're taking off here. We don't want to take too much off. So the idea is, by taking a little amount off, I'm going to preserve the length that's on the top, and also make it so when it comes backwards it will look good. See my arm? I'm pushing my arm up now. This again dictates the mechanics of how the cut lies and sits. Alright?
David Peck.
David Peck. Woo! Good to see you, David Peck, tonight. Hope you're okay. So now we can see, coming through this part now, we're looking from, there's the guide at the back. We don't want to take too much off. And again, it's just a question of just taking a tiny amount off there. So we're not going too crazy with it. As we elevate it up slightly, we're leaving the length at the front.
Sharon Cooper.
Sharon Cooper. Nice to see you. Hope you're okay. Everybody's coming on tonight. It's all good.
Bring them on camera.
Bring them on. Is that what everybody's saying? Bring them on.
Trying to clear that up to everybody.
Is it? Must be something where somebody's hacked into the...
Deborah Woods.
Debbie Woods, nice to see you with us tonight. Hope you're okay. Good to see you on there tonight. Okay, you can see now everything's sitting quite nice. Let's bring you back around this way. Maybe Big Mate can tell me what's going on with that. Limerick Atkinson's coming in Friday. She'll be able to tell me what's going on with that. Bring them on camera.
Bruce Lee Grant. Bring them on camera.
Bruce Lee Grant, nice to see you. Bruce Lee Grant, I love it. Good to see you, Bruce Lee Grant, tonight. Maybe like, that's a good name, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bruce Lee Grant, love it. Brilliant. There's some proper international viewers tonight, it's really good. It's always good when you go on a little bit earlier, it's nice. I wonder if everybody's going to be watching EastEnders tonight, or if they're going to be watching Coronation Street. I imagine some people have got it on while they're watching a little bit of this as well. This should be finished to coincide with when EastEnders finishes at 8 o'clock. We should just about be coming to the end then. I've got a nice
Limerick
description.
Atkinson.
Limerick Atkinson.
I've googled it and nothing.
Do you know what? You are a star. Thank you so much for checking that out for me. You're absolutely brilliant. That's what I love about you. You really do look after me. You and Big Mate. It's absolutely brilliant. Looking forward to seeing you on Friday. We'll have a good catch up. Give Grace a little kiss for me tonight. She's really good on Saturday. It's nice to see you. And of course, Cara. I'm looking forward to seeing Cara play the guitar for me so I can hear a song, which would be nice. I'm really excited. I hope Big Mate's alright as well on there, listening to his Samsung. You'll love this in a minute, Big Mate, when I do this cut in a second. This is all about the control into the neck, so it's all good, the discipline. Right, just cross-checking now, going through the opposite way. Second knuckle again is really, really important, just to make sure that everything's really disciplined and spot on. Of course. I'm sorry about Christmas Day as well, Big Mate. I really did try hard for you, so he may change his mind, but at the moment it's a full house, so I do apologise. Would have been nice to see you there. So let's get everything nicely cleaned up. You can just see coming through the opposite way. It's really just about the cleanliness of a cut, which is really important. You could leave this, but I think that it's just important just to make sure that everything's covered. It's all nice and clean.
Emily Gilbert.
Emily Gilbert, nice to see you with us tonight. Emily Gilbert, hope you're okay. One of your friends, if any of your friends come on, tell me. Then you just give them a wave. Oh, it's all good. Josh Brown, come on here.
Brush.
Dot Brush, hello Dot. Nice to see. Welcome. Nice to see you tonight. Nice to see you there from sunny Stony Stanton. Hey, Paul Lucky Hunt. Great to see you, Paul Lucky Hunt. Hope you're okay, brother. Nice to see you with us tonight. I was waiting for you to come on tonight. It's good. Dad, give Paul Lucky Hunt a wave. Go on.
Hoorah!
I listened to the video back on the show the other week and I could hear you say, Paul Lucky Hunt's come on. It was absolutely brilliant. One of Slider's friends. Okay, we're going to use a special pair of scissors now, the slightly curved scissors with convex or concave. Because of course, as we all know, hairdressing gets a bit technical. So we're just going to put that through the front now just to make sure that everything just sits really, really nicely.
Nice hair.
Dear Richard, hope you're okay. Nice to see you with us tonight. Nice to see you joining me while I'm putting the convex scissors through. Again, you have to watch yourself with these because they've got a slight bend on them. It is easy to take a piece out of your knuckles, so you just have to make sure that everything's all alright. So of course we've now got the top part sitting as we want it. It's now just a question of getting into the back and sides. So what we'll do now is we'll get a pair of scissors, scissor over comb out the back and sides to begin with, and then going with the clippers. So what we're looking for on this part is, we normally blow dry it, but we're going to go in slightly wet at the moment. So we're going to go up to this point here, and then literally draw an imaginary lining, and then we're going to go in with the wider part of the comb through to the thinner part of the comb. That way if you made a mistake, you could get yourself out of trouble with that. It's literally just a question of keeping the scissors moving and keeping it nice and clean. And what you do then is just literally pull the comb out at an angle to wherever you want it to be. It's good to practice scissor over comb because a lot of people these days don't do it. They tend to go in for clipper cuts, which is okay, but scissor over comb's classic. It's been around since the 50s, and we'll go in with the clippers in a minute. I'll just do like to do a bit of this. It's a great art. A lot of people to practice and do. And again, this is an instructional video tonight, so it's just great to be able to sort of do this for you live. Again, really important just to keep the rhythm going on it, and also just making sure that you keep that section clean to where you cut into. Obviously this is just below the parietal ridge, which is where we're going to tonight, which is really important. We'll then apply some product, do the blow dry, and then we'll blend everything in once I've done the blow dry. So the plan is to really do the blow dry after I've done all of this in a moment, do a bit of pre-blending, and then we'll go in and then we'll do the beard, then I'll come in and do the blend afterwards. I like to take my eye off what I've done and do a beard and then come back as if you're looking at it with a fresh set of eyes. People do things differently, but for me that works really, really well. That's what it's all about, showcasing what you're doing. You can keep your lines nice and straight. Again, scissor over combing if you've never done it before, practice on a mannequin doll. Really, really sort of keep it clean. The idea is you're keeping the rhythm going nicely and also keeping your comb going nicely as well. So again, travelling the world and doing this, it's been incredible what you pick up off people when you watch people do it and when you do it as well. Going to America, Ukraine, all over Europe, just to name a few places. The police probably coming to take you away in a minute, Dad.
Yeah.
Probably because you've got a dodgy shoelace. Probably because you've got a dodgy shoelace, that's probably why. Don't you?
Well, that done that bank, isn't it?
That's right, yeah. The bank. The bank it was probably you. That's what I'm looking for. It's Jay tonight, that's it. Okay, let's get some clippers. So, okay, there's a closed blade, there's an open blade. So this part represents the wider part of the comb, that part represents the smaller part of the comb. We're going to go in first with a 2.5. Now I'm going to be looking for somewhere around this area here, fade it out. So the idea is you just go in, keeping it really flat against the skull. You tend to find people's skulls are a little bit different. When I say that, when the skull reforms and the bones come together, it tends to reform slightly different, which gives it a slightly different, bumpier surface. So you just have to really sort of work with different head shapes, as we all know as hairdressers. It's got different skulls, you've got abrasions, you've got all different things to work with, and it's all quite a lot to work with and think about. So you just have to think about when you're doing these things. You have to keep the guard firmly against the head, otherwise bits will be growing out. And again, it's really important to keep it really smooth. You don't want to be going, if it's on predictive text, it comes out smoth. So you have to sort of keep it really smooth. Not sort of. Mick Gregson, good to see you tonight, Mick. I did say earlier on, I'm really looking forward to having that piece of shortbread tomorrow. That's Millionaires shortbread. What you've you made. I was dreaming about it last night.
Dean Payne.
Dean Payne, good to see you, Dean. Always good to see you on tonight. Got all the local hairdressers on tonight. It's good, really good. So again, it's keeping everything nice and clean. Watch the ears when you're doing this, because again, it's all really, really important. Just keep everything moving. Make sure you keep your clippers oiled as well, because again, it's really important. That is when you cut with
Julie Walman.
Julie Walman. Headbutt, nice to see you on there tonight. Hope you're okay. Thanks for following me while I'm doing my running. I really appreciate that. Anybody who's following me while I'm doing my running, it's really gratefully appreciated. Both Glenda and I have now got the page on the virginmoneygiving.com page under the Baileys.
Glenda Bailey.
Speak of the devil, hello darling, hope you're okay. Give Glenda a little wave, she knows who you are. I'm looking forward to my dinner tonight, darling. As you can see where I am. Hope you're okay. So yes, if you want to donate to the Alzheimer's, UK Alzheimer's research, that's who we're running for. It's on the virginmoneygiving.com page under the Baileys. People have already started donating, so that's really, really kind if you want to do that. Michael Beasley, good to see you tonight, Mick. Hope you're okay. Just down the road. Good to see you on there tonight. So you can see now what we're going to do is take this in tighter, because again, we really want to get this really, really close now to a skin fade. So we're going to go on with a 1 until I can find it. Oh, yes, over there. So we'll go with a 1.5 now. Start taking it shorter. So we're going to go open blade first. Again, really going in tight. You can hear it cutting as it's going in nice and smooth, just to take it off. And then what we'll do is we'll close it down to 1 in a second, and then go to half a blade, and then go to a closed blade as well, just to keep it nice and close. Wait till you see this back.
Lola Rundle.
This one.
Lola Rundle.
Nice to see you, Lola. Hope you're okay. It's a good song there, Lola.
West.
Terry West. Good to see you, Terry. Not long now till you get married. This is what I do to your hair, my friend. What I'm doing now. This is part of the skinning up process of what I do for you. But yeah, less than a week now, my friend, then that's it. You'll be there, Mr. and Mrs. West. So, half blade again. Just keeping your blade nice and clean. I've just freshly oiled it tonight, so everything's sticking to it. You can see where we're going with this now. Just keep it moving. You can see how the colour's changing. Now I'll go to a closed blade. Literally, this is where you've got to be really careful. You don't want to be sort of ramming it or prodding it into the neck. You've got to really keep it nice and clean, so you can just see, just taking it off there. You don't want to be promoting any redness, because sometimes you can actually induce infection as well, so it's important to keep your blades oiled and cleaned at the same time. I tend to use Dettol spray. It's really important. It does actually lubricate the blade as well. So you can see where we're going with this now. How's it feel? Smooth? It feels smooth when I'm doing it?
Yep.
That's good. It's really important.
Sharp.
She feels sharp, does it?
Yeah.
Excellent. You're gonna look sharp once I've finished. Yeah, you look sharp like a penny once I've finished with you tonight. Don't worry. You'll feel good tomorrow when you're out in the truck driving around. Again, we'll do Jay's photos at the very end, so give everybody a chance to sort of see those pictures. The before photos will appear in that stock, but towards the end of the batch. So we'll be busy still doing the photographs later on. So now Jay's a keen photographer. Won't be anything like what he takes, but we'll certainly try. Hopefully Jay's girlfriend Hannah's watching also tonight. So you can now see the skin fade coming in there. You can really see the difference on it now. Again, it's all about angling this out. If you just kept it going, you'd put a line in there. It just keeps everything nice and clean. And again, it's best just to take your time when you're doing this, because you don't want to rush anything. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint. So it's really important. Again, what I've said earlier is we'll do the blow dry in a minute, then we'll do the blending afterwards. So there'll be a lot of blending that will need to be done on this. So we'll just go straight in there again, take a little bit more out. Really get down close to it now. Do some more fading in. So you can really see it going against the skin now. Does it ever feel cold when it's been done, when you go out?
Just a bit out.
Yeah, I was going to say.
A bit sharpish.
Must be now. That's right. Now I know why you brought the hat.
Yes. Especially this time of the year.
That's right. Well, you're out loading the lorry party, so you have to sort of be part of that. It's always quite difficult. Okay, just do a little bit more fading in on the bottom. You can just see that. Just make sure everything's right. Has Bruce Davis come on yet, Dad? Bruce Davis. Bruce Davis?
Bruce Davis.
Has he come on yet?
No.
He'll come on soon, he will. Definitely. Turn your hearing aid up.
Sharon McCaffrey's on.
Sharon McCaffrey. Hello, darling. Nice to see you. This is one of your favourites tonight. You'll be enjoying this. I know this is a classic skin fade. Sarah Louise Gunn. Nice to see my cousin on there tonight. Hope you're okay. Congratulations on your news, by the way. That means that I will be a great cousin. No, second cousin. I said. Figure out what the relation is. Yeah, congratulations on you and James on your news. I think I wrote it, but it's great news to you having a baby. Andrew Lester, my nephew. Nice to see you. Good to see you on there tonight. Hope you're okay.
Alan Maxwell.
Alan Maxwell. Woo! BA, good to see you on there tonight, BA. Hope you're okay. Hopefully the lovely Justine is okay as well. Good to see you with us tonight. I've forgot what you look like, my friend, fella. Hopefully you're okay. You see I'm still flying the flag for Muck tonight, for the UK. It's all good. So again, the skin fade's really important, just to make sure that you really do take it off the skin. And again, just keep that blade moving, because again, it's really important. And also remember to take it off when you bring it up, because you have got to really make sure that it's looking good. Here it is, come round the other side. Don't be frightened, friends.
Just caught me late.
Oh no, don't trip over.
And again!
And again. Fucking hell.
I'm going to fall over and Ellen.
Now you know where I wear boots. You don't have to worry about things like that, which is always really, really good.
It's a long lace, unfortunately.
Well, why don't you do the shuffle? When you walk around, do the shuffle. You can call it the Earl Shilton Shuffle. He shuffles to the left. That's what it is.
Shuffle to the right.
That's right. So now you can see we're fading it up to that line, and then we're going for more of a skin fade in a minute. You know Sharon loves that. Okay, so make sure the ear's out the way always. There we go, right on the skin now. So do the half first, take it down, and then it comes in closer afterwards. I always think with this you just got to build it up slowly and really just take your time, because you know, like I say, nobody's in a rush. It's just making sure that you get everything really clean and aesthetically pleasing to the eye. Right, now we're going to go on a real close blade, so this goes right against the skin. Again, we'll be doing the fade in and everything else and all the blending later once I've done the blow dry. So I shall blow dry in a minute and then do some more of that very shortly. I'm going to have a bit of emphasis on the products, otherwise BA will be saying to me, yeah, we've not seen the products yet. Well, we have talked about the products earlier on. We've used Fat Muck Blowout Mousse. We're about to blow dry with Filthy Muck in a minute, which is interesting to use because again it's a finishing product, but I like breaking a few rules and blow drying with finishing product. Okay, so we've got that nice and tight. So now we're going to go back to scissors, just make sure that everything's all nicely looking good. So like I said, we'll do the blending in a minute. I'm just going to do a little bit of this now, just very quickly. And then we'll damp it down again in a second to do the blow dry. Like I said, we'll blend all this in a minute. Once it's blow dry, I need to blow dry it first. And then I'll do all the blending in. I just tend to just go through little bits, because I'm quite sort of picky, so let's just pass over a minute. So it's like carousel. Okay, so now it brings us into our next product. I'm going to bring into the wardrobe, which is Fat Muck Volumizing Spray, which again will add a little bit of volume to the blow dry, and also, so it's got a locking system on it, and also it will, I don't know if you can pick this up on camera, it has like bubbles that aerate the hair, and that works in harmony with the blow dry, which will then contain panthenol, which then fattens the hair up a little bit and gives us a little bit more of a blow dry. I need to keep this as flat as I can, so we're going to go straight in with it now. Aunt Collie's favourite product, we're going to be using Filthy Muck now. This is quite a gritty finishing product. It's quite a nice, smooth product. You can see it's quite smooth, but it is quite gritty. I really enjoy blow drying with this because it gives me a really nice effect. So pretty much where I place the hair, I can see it. Now remember, later on we are going to be coming back in with Slick Muck later, but for now I need a really good, strong, powerful blow drying lotion. If we went in with hard muck, it'd be quite difficult because it is quite a thicker product. You could do it, it'd be a little bit more matter, but this is a great one. Who else is on? Anybody else? Anybody else? Come on.
Joe Hill.
Joe Hill, great to see you with us tonight. Be okay, Joe? I haven't seen you for a long time. Okay, so pretty much it's trying it in the direction you want it to lie. Again, it's really important. Karen Hawkins, nice to see you tonight. Who's that? Nice to see you. I might need your name in it. What's your lace? It's all good. Okay, so again, we'll dry this off now. Again, just keep the airflow going around it. Again, we'll blend all the lines out later. I'm not too worried about that at the moment. Do that when it's dry later. Just get all the movements in there first. Like I say, you've got to keep it low. So what I tend to do is if you bring the camera to the side, you can see the brush how I'm working the hair with the brush. See, I'm just lifting it slightly as I'm doing it. I don't want too much lifting there, but again, it just gets the airflow in there. It's really important to think about these things. If you've got difficult hair, you can dry it left and right. So you go over there, back over this way. Just keep drying it. So if you put too much body in it, it's going to stick up, and we don't really want that. So it's good just to work the roots a bit. As we all know, the good blow dry comes off the roots. That's what it's all about. I'm guessing you just put product on your hair in the morning, dear, and go. That's it. I guess that. Wash and go. That's it. All good. But again, just keeping that brush moving. You see, it's quite a challenging piece on the fringe. Just draw it around left and right, just to keep it going. I'll put the camera up there, I like it. That's really good, that is. You can really see it. Action shot. At least you can see how I'm really getting it to lie down and place the hair in the right position. Harvey Smith, great to see you, Harvey. Hope you're okay. In America there. Just sending you a Christmas wish soon, my friend. Hopefully Julie's alright as well. And the family. It's good to have you with us tonight. But when all the Americans come on, it's great. That's the guy they should have on MasterChef there. Harvey Smith. He'll be good for that. Really good. Okay, again now you can just see, just making sure that everything's all nicely covered. You can see we're not even putting a pomade on yet. And it's just lying really nicely. Because what you don't want is, I've seen a lot of people do a blow dry like this before, and what happens is the hair sticks up. It's quite difficult to control. You've got to think about how you're going to control the hair, which is really important. You've got to think about how the dry place. James Butler. James Butler. Jamie! Nice to see you all the way from Madrid there tonight, Jamie. Talk to me about the Wales, Jamie. Around the Christmas tree so far, so you can see. They'll be asking what's going on with the Christmas tree. It's a work in progress. Should be finished by the end of the week. When we do it next week, we'll be able to show you. There you go, you've heard it from the man himself. What's that?
Minnie's Christmas tree.
That's it, Minnie's Christmas tree. Good. No doubt the children will come down and see it then, which will be really nice. It's always a big thing, as you know, my mum did the Christmas tree. It's always good. Oh. Look how noisy these things are. They really are quite noisy. Alright, just make sure that everything's like nice and smooth and smooth. Don't want any bits sticking up. It's always good. The product will obviously take care of most of it later. I'm just going to get into this in a bit and really clean it up a bit. Okay, so that's better. I can hear again now. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go into the beard and do the beard part. How short we're going. Okay, so discipline on the beard. We'll start with a 2 first because we don't want to pull the beard, so we're just going to go in with a 2. The idea is we're going to clean all this up first, then come back in and do some scissor over combing and tidying up on the sides. So we'll do a 2 first. Again, just keeping everything nice and clean. We'll be going in with the beard oil later once this is finished. But again, we're looking for everything to blend in so it's really smooth. Where the hair grows in different directions, you want to be going with that. It's not as bad as it normally is when I cut it. Hi Nikki, how are you? Great to see you on there. Hope you're okay. I'll be looking out for you when I'm running. I'm back on the A47 now, so I'll be on there on Wednesday. Orange vest. That's what you're watching out for this time, and an orange pair of gloves.
Tommy Happened doors.
Tommy, good to see you. Ooh, Tucker, good to see you on there. I know who that is.
Yeah.
I do. Tommy. I know that I'll see that Jimmy's on as well tonight. So they'll be saying, give me some blue steel.
Drill bit Jimmy.
Drill bit. My friend is on from Madrid. I'll just let you know what the joke is. The joke is, I mean, you know how to use a drill, don't you? So my friend's out there in Madrid and he's doing some drilling and basically... Matt Finister. Nice to see you with us tonight, it'll be okay. He's basically drilling in Madrid and what happens is he basically burns out 3 drill bits and then burns out the drill because he's got it in reverse gear.
Call him Drill Bit Jimmy.
Yeah, Drill Bit Jimmy, there you go. Drill Bit Jamie. That's it. I've got him a Fisher Price drill for when he comes back. And a One Direction CD. Sure love it. Right, so we're on 1.5 now. Just to keep everything nice and clean. He's just working with the direction of where it goes. Yeah, they're normally used to me coming on. What's that?
Lucy Ice.
Lucy, nice to see you with us tonight. Are you okay? It's good, right? When it
Bring
gets.
them on camera.
Everybody's still doing it. Bring them on camera.
Just got ad. Bring them on camera. It's not something you've left on, is it?
No, nothing.
Oh, yeah, when you were tagging them.
No, nothing.
Oh.
Must be a thing that Facebook are doing. That's it. Lynn Marie Atkinson's checked it out already, so we all know it's what it's all about. I feel so much better knowing that Lynn's already checked it out for me. At least I know somebody's there looking after me, which is good. Get these silly little things that come on, like everybody was doing these ice bucket challenges and bits and bobs.
Flyer and that.
Yeah, we know. That's right. Okay, just chop the line in a little bit more. Make sure that's all nice and clean. Again, it's all about being really, really aesthetically pleasing to the eye with what you're doing. Just really cut it in so you can see what's happening. Keep everything nice and clean. Okay, that's one piece. Now we're going to go back into the main beard. It's almost like 2 faces, this, isn't it? That character out of Batman when you've got one half of the face done and the other one. That's it. I'll be able to say to you, Jay, my entrance was good, but your entrance was better. That's what he says. That's the line it says, isn't it? You're too young to remember that. You'd be really young then when that Batman came out. About 1992.
2 years old.
There you go, see, what did I tell you? You wouldn't know what it is. This is it. Okay, keep your client's face nice and clean when you're doing this. Really important. Okay, just go around the top on the moustache. Now we're going to go along the line. Just keep that really, really clean and tidy. Around the bottom part. Okay, let's come back around this way. That's it. Beautiful. Right, here we go. Just use the 2 first. Just make it so it's as comfortable as you can get it so it doesn't pull. That's why we use the 2 first. Just to keep it nice and tidy. Then you can go in with your 1 afterwards. Again, it's really important to sort of look at the way the hair grows, the directions it grows in. I know there's a few people watching tonight that don't cut beards, but it's really, really important. You can just keep everything really, really clean and tidy. Anybody else come on? Just tell me if anybody else drops on and says hello tonight. But yeah, quite a few viewers, that's good. Okay, 1.5, that's the 1, that's the half, so it just pops up. It's classed as an open blade. So now we'll just go in, keep it nice and clean. Again, the secret is not to get too much hair on the blade, otherwise it pulls and becomes very, very uncomfortable. What you have to do is just something really, really nice and delicate to the touch, but obviously takes enough off. Then of course we'll be using muck beard oil in a minute, which will just condition the hair, give it a bit of shine and finish it out nicely. So when Jay goes back home tonight,
Dave Deacon.
hand over please. Dave Deacon, good to see you, brother. I should say, how you doing, son? Hope you're alright. Hope your future wife's alright as well. Sharon. Nice to see you, Sharon, hope you're okay. It's always good to
Yeah,
see you. Lee Herbert. Great to see you, Lee. Hope you're okay. Welcome tonight. Everybody's on tonight, it's good. Must be the right time to come on, that's all I can say. Well done, Jay. Monday nights must be the night. It's all good.
Just doing it for the followers.
Yeah, it's good. It's really good. Okay, so now you're getting a real bird's eye view of this tonight, which is what's happening right. Let's just go around here now. We're going to clean up around the sides, keep that nice and clean and tidy. Just make sure everything's blended in there as well. Buzzer, good to see you. I know you said you wanted to model sometime. Let me know if you still want to do some modelling for me for this. Alright, give me a private message for the new year and I'll pop you back in again because I know you said you wanted to do it. Hope the family's alright, Paul. It'd be good to have you on here. Okay, so just make sure everything's all alright. As you can see there. Okay, very nice. So that's the beard, all nicely done. Just check in the mirror, make sure I've not missed any bits. Because of course you'll see all this on the photos later. Okay, at this point now you're going with your scissors and a comb, just to make sure you've not missed anything. Just going with a real small part of the comb now, see if there's anything in there. I really like to just pick it to bits and just have a good look at it.
Mark Thomas Benton.
Mr. Benson's for beds, good to see you. Woo, hope you're okay, Mike. Good to see you on there tonight. I'm guessing you're in a different country tonight. Let us know where you are. You're probably back in Burbage. I'm guessing that you're abroad with work tonight, but great to see you on there. Looking forward to doing Primal with you again. And Sharon, hopefully Sharon's okay. Mrs. Benson's for beds. It's always good. The name's Benton, but I used to call him Benson, so it just sticks. Don't worry about it. So my dad said Benton. That's what it is. It's all good. Okay. Just gonna see everything's all nice and clean. Right, let's dust you down. Then we'll use the next product.
Hannah Richards.
Hannah Richards. Nice to see you tonight. Be okay? I'll be needing the hearing aid in a minute.
Yeah.
Right, next product tonight is Mr. Muck Beard Oil. I'm going to be using that now. Okay. You know what to do. Look at that, and comes out, one squirt, in it goes. Rub both hands together, apply it as if you're applying
Lewis
a
Robinson.
Lewis Robinson. Woo! Good to see Lewis Robinson, our model from last week. Great to see you on there, Paco. It's all good. You were here, my friend. This is it. Okay, you want to hear that on your Napa leather steering?
Kerry. Look, Hair Care is watching.
Hi, Kerry. Great to see you. Okay, good day.
Good night.
Right.
The animals have been sedated.
Good to see you on there, Kerry. We've got lots of product placement tonight.
Charlie Brooks.
Charlie Brooks. Woo! Charlie Brooks. Good to see you on there, Charlie Brooks. She comes on every week, bless her, but you never sort of call her out, so I'm pretty pleased you got a chance to see her. Okay, a little bit more off the eyebrows tonight. Let's get those done, then we're going to shape those up with the clippers in a minute, as I normally do. Then we'll go through blending the cut afterwards, which is all good. Of course, in Australia now it's morning, isn't it? I forgot what time it is. It must be about 7 AM. Just trying to think.
About 13 hours, isn't it?
Yeah, just trying to think when I'm a Celebrity Get Me Out of Here comes on. That tells you the time. Okay.
Kenneth Cree.
Kenneth Cree, nice to see you with us tonight. As with all our international viewers this evening, great to see you on there with us this evening. Okay, let's come on this way, that's it. Okay, we're going to go back into it again in a minute and do some blending. Oh. Okay, let's get everything nice and clean. Again, it's just really just being really picky and making sure that everything looks good. Okay, let's dust your face down. So again, it's really important to keep the guest's face nice and clean while you're doing this. Okay, so let's get the scissors. Now I'm going to do some blending. So we've basically got the cut. All we need to do now is be really picky. So we're going to go through with the large part of the comb and start blending it in so everything just sits in nice. We'll be doing this two ways. We're using the scissors to get most of the bulk out of it, to make sure the blend looks good. and then we're going to be going in with the thinning scissors afterwards. Great to see you, Clive. Hope you're okay. I have to say, you're looking really well. I don't know if you're still on the diet, the primal diet what I gave you, but you are looking really good, my friend. Good to see you on there. Hopefully I'll see you in your country. I'm looking forward to meeting up with you again, brother. It's really good to see you. G'day. Yeah, big fan of your work, as you know that. And also, big fan of seeing that you're looking well as well. So, hopefully you and the family are really, really well. Looking forward to Christmas. It's nearly a year ago since we met each other down London. Where's that year gone? So I need to see about getting over to you so I can see everybody over there in Australia.
JD Davis.
JD?
Davis.
JD Davis, good to see you. I haven't seen you for a long time. JD Davis, hope you're keeping well. Long time, my friend, since the art team. That's like nearly 7 years ago, that is. You shuffle around, but don't trip yourself over on your shoelace. I'll be giving it the old shuffle. That's
Craig Chapman.
Craig Chapman, nice to see you with us tonight, Craig. Hope you're okay. Thank you for saying hello.
Bring them on camera.
Bring them, is that what everybody's still doing? Bring them on camera. Must be something that Facebook is doing itself. It's brilliant. Comment on somebody tonight and you'll get all that. Bring them on camera. It's funny though, anyway, it all started coming on. It's really hilarious. Right, you can see there's quite a lot of hair we've got to get in here and fade out. So when we originally saw the cut, there was quite a lot of hair sticking out. So because Jay's hair is quite strong, like Chinese hair, you've got to really get in there and sort of start to cut at it, just to make sure that everything blends out nice. I tend to make sure my tension screws on quite tight for this, and that way the blades don't slip in the hair. It's really, really important. So again, it's all about preparation and execution, which makes something really, really, you know, sit nice, look nice. And that's what you're after really when you're doing it. And again, you're checking in the mirror, so you want to be checking that shape, making sure everything sits nice. And again, this slick muck at the end will take care of most of it when we go on there. But again, we want to be making sure that we've taken out a lot of the weight. So you never get two sides exactly the same, so you really have to work at it and really concentrate, just to make sure that all your rhythm's consistent with your scissors and the position of the comb's correct as well. Okay, let's get the thinning scissors, do a bit of blending in now, which is what we need. Okay, yes we are. So, 29 teeth and a blade. So I'm going to go in with the thinnest part of the comb now. Katie Locke, the model for next week. Nice to see you, Katie. Hope you're okay. I'm just debating next week whether or not, I was talking to Jay, whether or not to, once I've styled your hair, blow dried it and styled it, I'm actually debating whether or not to put it up live to camera, because as you know I don't do that. So I'm just thinking I might do that and then photograph it at the end with the hair up professionally, and then we'll then photograph your hair with it down afterwards. So that's just an idea. I'll throw it out there for you, alright, but I'm already thinking what I'm doing next week. But tonight, we're here with Jay tonight. Just doing some blending in. And again, just making sure everything sits nice. Lewis Brown. Great to see you, Lewis Brown. Hope you're okay. It's got your big competition coming up, I think, at the weekend with Jez. I think he was talking about this morning when I was up there at 6 AM this morning. So there is only one 6 AM. I hope Sarah's alright. It's all good, it's all good. That's what it's all about. Good to see everybody on there tonight, the Saxon family. So you can see now how much I've taken out of this midsection, just on the parietal ridge, just making sure that everything just sits nicely just through there. Because again, it makes a massive difference. Big difference now. See it? Getting a bit serious there. Taking it all in.
Too serious for me.
Well, it's because I'm talking technical. Normally I don't talk technical. I'm asking about bins and Josh, that sort of thing. So yeah, we have to talk a bit technical so people can understand what's going on. If they can't understand what's going on, they'll understand when they see the scissors and the comb for what it's doing, which is really, really important. Okay, so through the back again, you're looking for this just to blend. So again, a nice little trick just to hold it up, point cut it on the ends, because again, you want this to sit as neatly as you can get it to sit, because it's so straight, the hair. You just want it to sit really, really well. So just come through, you can really see where we're going with it now as we're coming round. You can see the difference already as it's all starting to lie nicely. And then we've got this side now. So we're just going to power in and take some more weight out, get it all to sit nice. So again, you're looking for two things on this. You're looking for the colour, how the hair lies, and you're looking for, when you look through the mirror, three-dimensional. Yeah, be careful with your shoelace storage.
Of course you don't.
Again? Yeah. That's it. Well, you'll be alright in a minute, because we'll be finished soon, so you're doing alright. It's good.
Look how long it is.
It's long. Hey, let's get some film of it so everybody can see at home. Look, here's that shoelace. Look, here it is. We're going to trip over that shoelace. That's alright. I'll just hold the camera. Don't worry. So, whilst I'm just literally yeah, that's it. Don't worry, it's fine. I'll pass the camera back to him. There you go. Don't worry. He films better than I do. Thanks, Dad.
Not like to fall over now.
Well, you're not, are you? That's what I'd like to know now. Don't with a broken arm. Did you get injured while you were filming? Yes. How did it happen? While I tripped over?
Daniel Bradley.
Nice to see you, Danny Bradley. Good to see you on there tonight. So, Danny, what you say? The name?
Sorry.
What was the name? I didn't catch it.
Sorry, Daniel Bradley.
Daniel L. Bradley, yeah, that's exactly what I thought you said, yeah. That's it. That's it. I have to make sure I get the first name. That's it. So I didn't know if you said Mandy, because I know somebody called Mandy Bradley as well. So
We need more hearing aids.
I do, yeah. Yeah, is that right for Borough? That'd do nice, thanks. That'd be really, really good. Okay, so we can now sort of see what's going on the side. Everything's blending up nicely. So really, it's just a question. If you can see when you blow dry, you can just get everything looking and sitting really, really nicely. It is because Jay's hair's so strong. You just have to make sure that you get everything in there, so it just sits nice. Which again is really, really important. Again, if you didn't get it looking as smooth as you can get it or as smooth as you can get it, then what would happen is put the products in, you get a massive line there, which is what you don't want. And this is one of the hardest cuts I think to do on a man today, because you've got the length on the top and you've got it really tight, skin faded around the back and sides. Right, now I'm just going to just point cut with the thinning scissors just through the top, so everything just sits that little bit better. So when it comes down, it's almost like a roughened edge.
That's bed cut, this is.
It is. That's right. Out of that programme you watched the night.
Cutting Fury the other night.
Fury, there you go. Like out Fury. Dad's told you. That's it. Right, with the clippers then now, again, just to make sure I've not missed anything.
Amanda Muck is watching.
Amanda, nice to see you. As you can see, we've got plenty of brand awareness tonight. It's everywhere. Good to see you with us. Hope you're okay. Good morning or good day. Hopefully I'll be able to join you over there soon. Come and meet you all. It'd be really nice to meet them, the Australian Muck family. Really looking forward to it. Okay, Dad, let's just have a look at this side. Just make sure everything's looking good through here. Just make sure everything's right. Okay. Right, so as we're coming towards the end of the haircut now, just have to make sure that I'm really, really pleased with everything out sitting. Got a nice fade. Okay, and then what we're looking for now is what product we're going to finish off with tonight, which of course I've made the decision, which of course is what Jay always wears. Let's get him dusted down. Just take this away, that's it. Sorry, I don't know why I prise it away from it, that's fine. That's okay. That's fine. Right, a nice little trick for you. Heat up the brush with a dryer. What this does is allows you to promote warmth onto the guest's face, but also it acts as like static and picks up the hair, which is really quite nice. So it's a 2-for-1 deal really, which makes things a little bit more easy. Ben Lavender, Bam Bam, nice to see you tonight. Hope you're okay. Hope you had a good time on Friday night out uptown. Just so I couldn't be with you, but coming into the busiest period of the year now.
Peter Hotwell.
Peter, you say?
Peter.
Rita, nice to see you with us tonight. That's good. It's all good. Make sure it's all clean behind the ears. You're looking to make sure that hair is the right length as well, because if it was left long around the back of the ear, what happened is it'll grow out really quick.
The Kenya root.
Nice to see you tonight. Okay, the last product this evening. Slick Muck Pomade. This is going to make it look really, really clean, high glossed as well. So this is the last product this evening. This is really what's going to be the crescendo. This is going to do the finish. So nice amount just to rub all into the hands. So this is a real high gloss pomade. And then just put this through. Again, as I said to you earlier on, it's all about doing a nice haircut. And really all this is doing is...
There's 2 or 3 international viewers on here. I'm not even good at patrol.
Hello to our international viewers. My father's having difficulty pronouncing your name, but thank you very much for joining us tonight, as with any international viewer this evening, as well as any national viewer. It's really nice to have you with us. It's always great when the international people join us. It's good. Okay, so what I do now is just get a brush just to make sure everything sits in there nice. And again, it's really important just to make sure everything just looks good. Just comb that through. It's a bit like Brill cream, this is, but a lot better. It's just a great product to work into the hair because you can really see everything where it sits, the cut. It really shows everything, because if the cut was done badly now, you'd really see it. So, good news for you, my friend. You've got a nice haircut, which is what I'd expect if I was doing a live feed. So now you can see everything sits in there good. If you wanted to at this point, you could add a little bit of something else. We might just drop in, just very quickly, some Muck hair lacquer. We'll put that in for good measure, and we've got that on as well.
Sarah Jane Hunt.
Woo, SJ, I'm running partner yesterday. Great to see you on there. Okay, so let's just take the gown. There's a little spin round. You need to stand up here, my friend. Give us a little twirl, nice slow twirl. That's it. Work it, work it. That's it. Okay, so where did it start? It started at the beginning, so let's just face the mirror for a second. Right, all started from the back. We originally put the product in, we cut with the thumb facing that way, which was the discipline, and then this way, because it was a travelling guide. We took out the weight line all the way through there, because if we didn't take that weight line through there, this hair would overhang and look like an undercut. We then worked from the apex to the occipital bone, taking sections through the top part there, a little bit like sections in a cake or an orange as you look at it. We then went through the top and cut from the top through to the back, but elevated slightly up towards the front to preserve the length, so as it came through it would then all fade through quite nicely. We then came in and did scissor over combing and putting an imaginary line which was all the way through the back to about where the upper occipital bone is, and then faded that through with the comb, using the discipline of the wider part of the comb first to the thinner part of the comb. Which, as I said to you, we were going to use that part because it's really important, because if you made a mistake you could use that part to get out of it. We then went in with the clippers with an open and closed blade, the same principle as that, took it all the way up on a 2.5, 2, 1.5, 1/2, and in on a skin fade right into the neck to get it right in there, and you could then see the shape. Because Jay's hair is so straight, you could literally see every section I was taking out and really see that section's got a load of overhang on there. We then came through and did the beard. We came through, cut that, we literally went through, working at different angles, chopping in the shape, making sure we've got the detail around the lips and around the front part of the hair as well, because again that's what it's all about, the detail. We then trimmed the eyebrows, went through the edges of the eyebrows to make sure the detail was perfect. Then we came into the next part, which was a real challenge. We came in through this part here, which was the parietal ridge area. We came in again with the closer part of the blade, dropping that in with the scissors, thinning through, afterwards with thinning scissors, which then just scores that weight off. What we generally tend to do is get an angle of weight on the edge. We took that off, that just comes in quite nicely. We then went through each section on the top to give it a real jagged effect on the edges, so as it sits in perfect. So I'm sure you'll agree. Thanks very much. I'm sure you'll agree, Jay's hair looks great tonight. Products we use, sorry, hold on. Products we used tonight, we used Fat Muck Blowout Mousse, which was the first product. I will stand next to you in a minute. We then used the Fat Muck Volumising Spray. Nice one, you know what's coming next. Thank you, he's a star in it. We then used Filthy Muck, which was the blow drying lotion. We then used, we used this, I said. We then used Mr. Muck Beard Oil. Okay, Jay, show everybody what we used to finish off with because it's your favourite product. One time, Slick Muck.
Slick Muck and hair lacquer.
That's right, which you love, Slick Muck and the hair lacquer, don't you? Thank you very much. Okay, so I'm sure you'll agree. Thanks very much. Awesome doing your hair tonight. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. So again, you can now see how it unfolds the story of a haircut, literally on the journey, starting from the beginning to the end. You can see how it's all come together. Hopefully you got some tips from there. If you've never done scissor over comb before, I strongly recommend you practice it on a model. If you've never done clipper cutting before, rewind the tape back and have a go at it yourself. Also, if you've never used some of the tips that I've showed tonight, try them, because again, it's all about sharing and caring. Many thanks to our product tonight sponsors, Muck, which of course I'm very proud to be your UK Artistic Director. Thank you very much to all our international viewers tonight that have watched, and Jay and my friends tonight that have watched also. If you'd like me to teach in your salon and your team, visit me at Scott Bailey Cutting Education, and I can either come to your salon or you can come to our salon and do some teaching. Many thanks to Dad, always doing the filming because he's always there. It's always good. Michelle Hancock's good to see on there. James also good to see you with us tonight. Again, on behalf of Jay and me tonight and Dad, thanks very much wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whoever you're with. We'll be back with Katie Lott next Tuesday night. In the meantime, have a great week. Don't forget to buy your Christmas presents and write a letter to Santa if your children. But in the meantime, take care. Ciao. Woo! Woo!